Hey YouTube, today we're talking about setting up your family for success.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Alright, the reason why we want to set up our family for success as Families Keepers is because we want them to thrive. We want to take care of them. We love them. So we have some things that we have to think about, and some things that go kind of unsaid, but some things that do need to be spoke up on. Well, one is financially, in the event of your death. And this is where kind of marriage actually thrives at. Because if you're married versus living together, I'm talking about with the paper on there. If you die, your family gets financial benefits, mainly your significant other. They get your Social Security. In other parts of this, with people who have not been married, these Social Security benefits and some of these death benefits will not go to them, or it will be hard to obtain. So you build them up successfully when you marry them. You set them up for success. So that's one thing you got to think about as a family keeper. I'm not sitting here saying you should marry them necessarily, but I'm sitting here saying that it will be a good idea. You know, why? Because financially, it makes all the right sense. You know, especially when it comes to transferring over healthcare benefits in the event of you possibly being military, Social Security benefits, insurances, all that is a lot easier when you're married. Even giving away the house, because if your spouse and you are married, when you die, the house does not count as an inheritance, okay? If you were just living together as a couple, if you brought a house, it's in your name, once you die, the house becomes an inheritance if you had it in your will to give it to them, and they will have to begin to pay taxes on that said house. So it is a very good idea to marry someone. Now, another thing about this is, okay, that goes unsaid, but we have to really think about is jobs. Jobs is one of the things you do want to do. You know, I mean, yes, you want to set up the 401ks. Yes, you want to set up the retirement accounts. I'm advocating for all that, right? But another thing is, you want to build up your spouse in a way that if you do die early, that they have something either in the marketplace where they could go back to work, doing like my wife does, she owns a cosmetic company called Trinity House of Suds. So yeah, when she goes back to work or something like that, she could do the cosmetic company. She could do that. She could run that. But another thing would be is like also setting them up where they can have educational school benefits. You know, so that they can get these job skills to go to work in the event of your death if you are taking care of your family. Now, outside of that, your investments should be the main thing that takes care of them. May you own real estate. May you own a 401k. May you have stocks. May you have a health savings account. May you have all these things, pension plans. Whatever it takes, you should save up a nest egg for them that they can live monthly off of, outside of just Social Security alone, as well as have enough insurance to cover not just you, but also as well as all your other assets that they may obtain. This is something that has to be looked at as being the keeper of your family. Now me, I'm a veteran. Now I'm about to talk a little bit to the veteran community. Right now, currently, I do not pay taxes upon the house. Why? Because I'm in Texas and we don't pay property taxes. When you die, your spouse will have to pay property taxes, but not an inheritance tax if you're married. What you should do is set up something along the lines to help pay those taxes with your investments. So think about those things before anything goes down. Now, I know a lot of people may look at this and be like, man, this should be just the basics or something like that. No, it's not. It is the basics, but it's not really talked about. Why? Because it's looked at as man rule the world, man is running everything, and men are just oppressing women. No, you don't understand. There's a lot that goes into it with taking care and keeping a family, okay? There's a lot that you have to sacrifice and you have to build for folks in the home, because you are the backbone of these things. And this is one of the things. I know plenty of old ladies living off their husbands' pensions, but the world kind of looks at it and be like, oh my God, you gotta go out here and work, you ain't gonna have nothing. No, I know plenty of old ladies that out survive their husband, living off their husband's pension and Social Security and care like that. And they just not really talking about it in a large social media space. It is out there, but it's not as large as the single ladies are going out there speaking up on, or this feminist movement thing speaking up on, a lot of ladies do get set up well. Shoot, even my mom was set up pretty well, even after my dad and her divorce. My dad had a house for her that she lived in that was almost paid off, for her, So I'm just putting it out there. Set up your spouse for success as well as your children.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.